What's up, everybody? We're back playing some Pokemon Black 2 Kaizo. I know in the community poll, most of you guys voted that you wanted to see Unbound, but when I made that post, I was already kind of halfway done editing with this video, so we're gonna do this one now, and then we'll save Unbound for next week. All of these games are fun to me. I like playing all of them, so whatever you guys want to see, or at least whatever most of you guys vote that you want to see, we're gonna go with that. But with introductions out of the way, let's get started with today's video, where we battle Colress, the boss of the evil Team Plasma. In Pokemon Black 2 Kaizo, every battle is a double battle, and our level cap for this battle is 43. Colress sends out Frostlass and Metagross, as we lead with Raichu and Excadrill to start the battle. In this game, Frostlass has the ability Snow Warning, which is going to summon the Hail, and that's going to be quite annoying, but at least it's not permanent Hail. Now our goal on this first turn is to get off as much damage as we can with Raichu, while setting up Swords Dance with Excadrill. Now despite Raichu being fast, Frostlass is apparently faster. He outspeeds and hits us with the Ice Beam. It deals a little less than half, and we fire back with a Thunderbolt, and it's going to deal just about the same amount to him. Metagross attacks next with Rock Slide. Now it's not Stab, but Raichu still takes a fair amount of damage. Excadrill tanks it pretty well, but luckily we don't flinch. That's what I was worried about. We're able to get off the Swords Dance, and we are now +2 attack. Everyone except Frostlass is going to get buffeted by the Hail, and Raichu is hanging on for dear life with just 8 HP left. Now we want to try to get as much use out of Raichu as we can before he inevitably goes down. We click Thunderbolt, but Metagross goes for the priority Bullet Punch, so he moves first and takes out Raichu before we're able to attack. But since Metagross uses priority move to finish off Raichu, Frostlass attacks next with Ice Beam. We tank the damage like a champ. Excadrill fires back with the huge +2 Earthquake, super effective against Metagross, taking out the Frostlass as well, and Colress's first 2 Pokemon go down in one shot. And I actually don't know if the Swords Dance boost was needed there. Earthquake was Stab from Excadrill and super effective against Metagross, but Metagross still has a very high defense stat, so I think it's almost always worth it to set up there before attacking. But we still got ourselves in a slightly advantageous position here. We've still got Excadrill on the field with about half his health left. Swords Dance boost is at +2, and Colress lost 2 of our Pokemon, whereas we only lost 1. But this battle is just getting started, baby. Colress brings out the Electros, we bring out Blaziken, and Colress sends out his next Pokemon, Toxicroak. Now with Blaziken, we want to get him set up as soon as possible, but we can no longer go for Earthquake with Excadrill having Blaziken on the field. But Electros has the Levitate ability anyway, so we're going to go for Rock Slide instead. But it's not going to matter anyways, as it looks like Toxicroak is faster than Excadrill. He outspeeds us, and we go down to the super effective Fire Punch. And it's a shame we're not going to be able to take advantage of that +2 Swords Dance boost, but we are able to get off the bulk up from Blaziken and boost our attack and defense. Electros attacks next, and it's got Aqua Tail, and I was not expecting this move out of Electros. It's super effective against Blaziken, and even with the defense boost, it still deals massive damage. Everyone gets pelted by the Hail, and we've still got this Hail going for a few more turns, but we do get a speed boost from Blaziken, and this is good because we're going to need to outspeed on this next turn. Even with the defense boost from Bulk Up, Blaziken is not going to be able to tank another Aqua Tail. Next, we bring out Venusaur, and this is our best option because Electros has no weaknesses, and though we don't have anything super effective against him, Venusaur at least is bulky and is not weak to any of Electros' moves. Venusaur is, however, weak to Toxicroak's Fire Punch, which is why we want to attack first with Blaziken and go for the Blaze Kick, and Toxicroak turns out to be a Zoroark. Either way, he's going to go down in one shot, and Venusaur is safe for this turn. Next, we go for the Leech Seed, and Venusaur is playing the long game here. Leech Seed is a really good move for prolonged battles. But since we decided to attack Zoroark, we are left wide open to an Aqua Tail from Electros, and unfortunately, Blaziken goes down. And Zoroark disguising itself as Toxicroak was a really good strategy, because if we had known it was Zoroark, Blaziken could have just went for the double kick on its first turn instead of bulking up, and it most likely would have been able to one-shot, or technically two-shot because it's double kick. And because Toxicroak resists fighting type moves, you would never think to go for the double kick there, so Zoroark disguising itself as Toxicroak really protects its fighting type weakness. And speaking of fighting type weakness, we see the Magneton come out next. And we've got something in store for him as we send out our second firefighting starter, Infernape. And at this point, I was regretting getting rid of Flame Wheel. I kind of wanted to go for something different on Infernape, like more of a utility Pokemon, because we've already got Blaziken filling the role of a firefighting type sweeper. And we don't want to go for close combat yet because we can't afford to drop our defense with that Electros threatening Aqua Tail on the field. So we go for Fire Spin instead, but it deals less than half of its health. And that Fire Spin was definitely a misplay as Magneton gets off the Thunder Thunder Wave, we should have gone for Taunt there instead. We go for Growth with Venusaur, and this is a good combination setting up while we have Leech Seed on the field so that we can boost our attack and special attack while slowly healing health at the same time. But then Electros gets off a second Thunder Wave, and man, that damage from Fire Spin was not worth it. We'd be in a much better position here if we had taunted either the Magnezone or Electron. And now, unfortunately, we have to rely on some good RNG of hitting through full paralysis, and I don't like that. But to be honest, I didn't even think about the Thunder Wave threatening from Electros. I thought he was for sure going to go for Aqua Tail into Infernape, and I was prepared to take one. I was not prepared for 2 Thunder Waves there. But now Magneton is in that weird range where Mach Punch may not kill, so we're going to go for close combat to be safe, but that means we are going to be slow. Now with both of our Pokemon paralyzed, Magneton is the fastest Pokemon on the field and attacks first with Shy Shock. It's super effective against Venusaur, where we tank it fairly well. Electros follows up with Swagger, and it's going to boost our attack sharply, but now Infernape is the deadly Confused and Paralyzed combo. We try to go for close combat, but Infernape hits itself in confusion with that +2 attack, deals big damage to itself, and Venusaur fails to attack as well, getting fully paralyzed. Everyone's going to take hail damage, and man, this hail feels like it's been going on forever. But we definitely got punished for not going for Taunt there. We're not in a great position anymore with both of our Pokemon now being paralyzed. But it wouldn't be a Kaizo game without some risky plays and difficult battles. If you guys like videos like this, be sure to like the video. It helps out a lot. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to see more content like this. But alright, now that Infernape is +2 from the Swagger, Mach Punch will deal enough damage. We snap out of confusion, hit through paralysis, and Mach Punch finishes off the Magneton. Making up for that misplay on the last turn, but we still got Electros to deal with now. He goes for the Aqua Tail, and we were expecting this. It's gonna hit hard, and unfortunately, Infernape is not gonna survive, and we go down to the Aqua Tail. Next, it's Venusaur's turn to attack. We hit through paralysis again. We get off the Petal Dance. It deals big damage even after Electros healing from that Citrus Berry. Petal Dance deals enough damage to take him out in one shot. And as I'm just catching this now, editing the video, I realized that Electros is level 44, which means we are under leveled. I thought the level cap was 43 for whatever reason. But either way, we're gonna finish the battle strong. We bring out Gengar to finish the job, and Colress sends out his final Pokemon, Toxicroak. Now, we've got it down to the 2v1, but this is still really dangerous because we don't have a great type matchup here. Toxicroak could very well take out both of our Pokemon, so we've got to be careful here. First, we go for Shadow Ball, Gengar's strongest attack. We know it's not going to deal enough damage to one-shot, so we've got to hope that Venusaur's Petal Dance connects. But because we're paralyzed, Toxicroak is faster. He hits us with the Fire Punch, taking out Venusaur before we even get a chance to fire off another Petal Dance, and it's down to the 1v1. This battle's a little too close for comfort. We've got more HP left than he does, but we know Toxicroak has Sucker Punch, and there's nothing we can do about it. He goes for the Sucker Punch. It's super effective against Gengar, but we just barely managed to survive the attack on just 7 HP. Fire back with the second Shadow Ball, and we take out the Toxicroak for the win. And that's GG Colress, but man, that battle was way too close for comfort. Gengar is not the most bulky Pokemon in the world, and I knew that Sucker Punch was coming, and I know it's super effective against Gengar, but luckily, Sucker Punch isn't stab on Toxicroak, and that's why he just barely wasn't able to deal enough damage to one shot. But that battle was super hard and dangerously close. We did have a couple of misplays in there, not going for the taunt and getting fully paralyzed on both of our Pokemon, but in the end, Gengar was able to pull out the win. But that's it for this video, guys. I apologize for the delay in uploads lately. Just have a lot of stuff going on, but I'm gonna do my best to really get on top of it and be putting out videos at least once a week. But let me hear your thoughts about the video in the comments and what you guys want to see next. I always love hearing from you guys. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and as always, thanks for watching, and see you next time.